Everyone, how's it going? Go ahead and say hi if you're watching. And this message is specifically for those of you that have a big vision in the world. I don't care what it is. So it could be, multiple published author, New York Times bestseller. What else have I worked with? It could be touring musician, touring all around the world. It could be multi six figure business coaching people, sexuality, and pleasure. Whatever this big vision, it could be family, it could be a relationship, like a deep relationship. Whatever the big vision is for your life, go ahead and write that in the comments so that I know. And if you're not quite sure what your big vision is yet, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not bad. Don't worry, but this video won't really hit you as much as some of the other ones that I do because I'm speaking specifically to those of you that have had that kind of nagging vision inside of your body. You've had this idea to do something bigger, you've had this idea to make an impact, and you're getting bogged down by how hard and impossible it feels. Okay, so those are the people that I'm speaking to on this video. If you don't yet know what your vision is, it means that your body is still conditioned against your own inner knowing. So your intuitive guidance is kind of stuck, blocked, doesn't know how to tap into who you are. And we teach that. Don't worry, there's stuff for that. So go into the pleasure circle. Take the self-pleasure challenge. That's a great first step, and then jump into the pleasure academy after that. That's going to be a way for you to start tapping into the guidance, tapping into your intuition, and getting that vision really solid so you know, oh, this is what I can trust now. Because our society teaches us to trust our brain and our logic and our words and our systems more than it trusts us. It tells us to trust that intuitive hit, the dreams that we have, the moments where we feel alive. It tells us that that's crazy, or that we're high, or that I don't know, like all sorts of things, right? I was locked up as a kid because I had these big visions and these dreams. I know exactly how that feels. So we were conditioned against it. So again, there's nothing wrong or bad about you. Just know that it's the challenge that you're currently on. Make sure you jump into the self-pleasure challenge in the pleasure circle. Get started there. And then when your vision pops in, let us know in there so that we can help support you to achieve it, okay? So this is for the next step. Those of you that have already gotten that deconditioning in your body, you have an awareness of this vision of what you desire. You have an awareness of your eroticism already. So maybe it's not 100% that, but you're maybe at like a 5 out of 10, right? You've done some of the deconditioning, you've done some of the trauma work, you're able to sit in your body, you're able to tap into who you are, you're able to feel this vision, and now you're like, now what? Now what? What the fuck do I do, right? So if that's you, just type in the comment like, yes, that's me, I've got the vision, now what? Right? How do I make money at it? How do I do this systematically? How do I keep feeling alive and do work at the same time, right? How do I feel my full vibrational aliveness and make impact in the world? Because a lot of us have these strange misconceptions that once we start actually achieving the vision, once we start actually doing the work to get to the vision, that all of our life, otherwise, our entire pleasure, our relationships, our freedom has to be compromised, right? That we can't have both. We can't have this vision fully realized in the world. So just tell me in the comments, hi, I see a few people watching. Just tell me in the comments, what is your vision in the world? What's your impact that you're supposed to make? What's your divine assignment? I don't care whether or not it's been realized, or if it's been slightly realized already in the world, if it's been slightly achieved. I still want to know it, right? Because each of us ultimately have a very specific divine assignment. Very specific. There are no two creators that are the same. It would be boring, right? It would be boring. We wouldn't have split ourselves up into all these little beings. We would have just stayed as one. But here we are, split up into all these beings with these different divine assignments. And so because of that, we don't have to, but if we want to live fulfilled, if we want to live fully satisfied, If we want to live a life where every day we wake up and we feel pleasure in our body and fully alive, then we have to start manifesting our purpose and our vision out into the world, not for like an egoic win, not for the money, not for the popularity or the success, simply because it's in your blood. It's in your bones, it's in your spirit, and it's in your soul. And the more and more that you dampen that down, the harder it's going to be for you to feel that freedom and that spirit of your aliveness, right? And so it's not about what you create, it's about the actual feeling of being in creation. And so many of us say to ourselves, well, I can't be in that creation. I can't live in that aliveness because of the way that I've structured my life, right? So maybe you're the sole home owner and you've got 3 or 4 kids, and your partner's out of work right now. And so the idea of you pursuing a creative task is like, the fuck? No way, right? Or maybe you've done all of the programs already to try to launch this vision and it's not happening. Right? It's not happening to the level that you know you're meant to make, to the impact level that you know you're meant to do. Like little by little, you're supporting people, you're creating, but it's not, you're looking at it going, I could do so much more. There's so much more aliveness and magic in me than what's being created. I know that feeling really well. I used to live in that. I would look at myself and I was like, this is not actually my full aliveness. And y'all can tell, you can feel it in your system when you're up on a stage or you're coaching someone and you're like, okay, that was great, that's so me, and there's so much more to me that I'm not embodying. There's so much more to me that I'm not in alignment with, right? And so this piece of where we're damping down the vision, or we're feeling less, we're not feeling ourselves in our full bigness and our impact, right, is often because we think it's about the other things in our lives, right? So we think it's the partner, we think it's the kids, we think it's the money, we think it's the timing, not right now. My God, the number of times that I've heard that, like, oh, I can't do it yet. I have to first pay off these bills, or I have to first, I don't know, make sure my kids go to college, or make sure my partner says yes. Wait, since when did we put our own internal power, the decision for our own internal power and freedom, on someone else? When did we make this okay? Because I'd like to squash this notion right now. We have made it acceptable that your freedom and your divine assignment needs to be permitted by the people around you, that you first need to get permission. As an adult being, you need to go get permission before you jump into your full aliveness, right? Do you see what you're creating for yourself? Do you see how you're stopping that sensation of creativity to run through your body? Because no one else is going to get you like you get you. No one else is going to see the spark and the vision the way that you do. No one else. Because it's your assignment. It's your spark. It's your vision. And so to ask someone, can I do this? They're going to be thinking about their vision. They're not thinking about you and your vision. They're like, well, I don't know. Will it work for me? That's what they're thinking of, right? So we're going to stop. We're going to stop giving our power externally, outside of ourselves, and asking permission to step into our full aliveness. You already know what this aliveness feels like. You felt it. Maybe in a dance class. If you've done my self-pleasure challenge, maybe it's been in self-pleasure challenge. You felt this maybe in Pleasure Academy. You felt this maybe in playing music or creating art or writing that poem. Or you started it, right? You started to feel it. And then you've put it away because you've thought that adult tasks and responsibilities need to take priority. The world right now is so muddled down. The vibrational frequency of what we're living in is so small and so tight and so constricted to labels and words and strategy and thoughts and bullshit. And what it's doing is it's taking us out of ourselves. You were born to be alive. You were born to make an impact that is insurmountably bigger than who you are. You were born to surrender to that power, to let go with pleasure and ease into the force that bursts itself through you. And every second that you don't honor that lighthouse, that you think you need to do other things or think you need to take care of things for your safety, which, by the way, is an illusion, right? When you go and you do that every second, you're dimming your light. You're making this life that you're living pale, right? How much longer do you want to do that? The earth is calling for new leaders. And this doesn't mean that to be a new leader, you have to be someone different. To be a new leader, you get to fuck yourself open to your inner channel, to who you are. You get to believe in your body, your own magic, so that your vision happens despite you. Your vision runs no matter what. It's not about you having to be better. It's not about the timing having to be better or other people having to give you permission. This is going to happen with or without you. And your life is going to keep trying to turn itself in the direction of making this vision happen. And sometimes that feels like shit. Sometimes you're going to get smacked off the head, right? Like, no, don't do that. That's not in alignment with your vision, right? And you knew that. You knew intuitively that it wasn't it, but you hung on anyway because you thought you should. And then your life fucked it up for you. So now here you are again. Your life is giving you another opportunity to jump into this vision. We're at the end of 2020, a year where so many of us have had the chaos around us so that we can start to rebuild a new future. I see the future that's possible when every single one of us start to live fully alive in our bodies and follow that intuitive guidance, that inner vision of who they are, step into it fully and become that being. The possibility when all of us do this is to eradicate violence on the planet, to eradicate fear on the planet, to live fully alive as a collective being and raise the vibration back to love and ultimate abundance. This is easy. This is easy. It's not having to do the work. It's about coming back into you. So I take people on a journey, and you can tell I'm really passionate about it. It feels like why I'm here, honestly. I take people on a journey. It's a 6-month journey called Pleasure Creation, and it's all around creating these visions. You have the vision and you don't know how to create it, and you're tired of doing it the way where other people tell you what to do. You're tired of doing it in the bullshit masculine structure way where you don't get to be fully alive. Pleasure creation is all about creating from your orgasm, creating from your erotic potential. And in that, massive wealth and abundance gets created. We only have 4 spots remaining, and it starts next week. So make sure that you comment or DM me as soon as possible, and my team will connect with you today to see if this vision that we're speaking of, if you can really be brave enough and courageous enough to step into this leadership. Because it's a courageous act. It's a courageous act. And I know that are some of you that are called to do this right now. So I'm speaking to you. And I can't wait to see what we create together. Go ahead and share this video if it felt yummy for you. Ask questions, comment, connect. The new paradigm of what we are creating on the planet is not to be done alone. So share this. Let's get in the conversation around it. Let's be more and more our authentic, turned on, fully alive, sexually satisfied selves. There's no reason to be any less than. No reason anymore. All right. I'll see you on the new horizon.